Carr and Davante Adams presser, and we also answer your mailbag and Q&As. It all goes down next on Hammers.House.
Encouraged to shelter in place to avoid being attacked or taken hostage. To shelter in place, take the following precautions. Close all windows and doors, and all lights.
Welcome to the official, the original, the only house for Las Vegas Raiders news, rumors, updates, and reactions. Welcome to Hammers.House. Hope everybody's having a great evening wherever you guys are at. Let me go through a quick roll call, and then we're going to go right into the presser. Robert Pena, Richard Lyon, Bourbon, what's good, brother? I am the Bay, what's good? Derek Vehicle, what's good? I see people are pulling on up. We're going to go right into it. I don't want to miss anything. And like I said, I will be answering your questions that you guys asked in the community and on Twitter as well. But let's get right into this presser. You guys don't have to wait for it like you do on that channel. But here we go.
Yeah,
it's a little more intense.
I think if I'm honest, the way that Josh and everyone in this building has like made it like our mindsets and the way we do it is we win or lose, it's gonna hurt. We're gonna correct it and we're gonna work and it's like even on good days at camp, like bad days at camp, we came in and did the same thing every day. So like he really tries to make it because he's played in he's coached in some of the biggest games. He's been around it that. He knows that that's the process on how to do it. And so he's just teaching us that, there's no heightened sense of anything. It should always be heightened. And like he has really put that pressure on, I really mean it, he's really put that pressure on us since day one. Like OTAs, day one, we're learning the system. He's correcting us and teaching us like we had been in it 8 years, you know what I'm saying? But we immediately found out that this is the standard. And so, if I'm honest, we came in and he's the exact same Josh, and he expects the same thing at practice and all those kind of things, honestly.
It's probably hard to quantify this, if not impossible. But when you look at the film, is there a sense that it's kind of right there on getting this thing working?
Oh, we're very close. But close doesn't count in winning football games. And so, when we turn the film on, we see the things that we're doing good, and you feel good about those things, and you're like, okay, we've seen the growth from camp in those areas, and in from the first week to the second week. We saw the growth in some areas, but then we're like, but we still got to get this right. We still got to get that right. And I'll let him talk about those things. But to me, I truly believe in exactly what he says. Like, hey, I'm going to tell you what to do. Now let's go out there and let's do it, and see if we can retain it, see if we can handle it and all that kind of stuff. So, we're close, but it doesn't matter yet. You know what I mean?
Size, Derek, obviously it's only 2 games in this system, 2 real games for you anyway. How comfortable are you right now?
Yeah, I feel so much more comfortable than I did like a month ago. When you get out there and you do it and you can it's different from the sideline. It's different. Training camp's different, right? There's a different clock in the game because now I'm getting hit, right? There's different things and all that. So I can turn the film on and I have experience from that point of view in the system. I have experience hearing his voice. Knowing what he wants me to get to. I've always said that even with Gru and with the other guys, I was like, I always want him to know, I want to go to exactly what he wants. I want him to think, oh, that's exactly where I think the ball is going to go. And so I think that's going to grow, obviously, but I think small sample size, first 2 games, hopefully I'm doing some of those things where he's like, yep, that's what I thought, next play, so he can just feel comfortable in doing it.
You mentioned that today. I asked him what his comfort level was with your comfort level, and he said there was a play in the second half where he kind of saw it, and it kind of clicked like, that's it exactly. You know what he's talking about? Or?
I do, yeah, I do, but I'll let him talk about it. I'm not going to say it, But yeah, I know what he's talking about, and, but that's, this far along in my career, hopefully I could be able to grab it fast and see something and do what he's teaching me, And again, I'm not perfect by any stretch of the means at all, but I'm trying my best just to execute it exactly how he sees it, And so I remember that play.
You said the aggressiveness will come in time as you get more and more comfortable. You see that as well. I mean, whether it's yards down the field, the throws down the field. I mean, he was talking about that this morning in terms of coming in time.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That stuff comes, especially depending on. There's so many factors, as you know. Like there's so many factors. Like here's first read, here's second read, but there is this one, And sometimes you're playing a game and you got to get them out. You got to do this, you got to do that. But that stuff will come for sure. It's not. I think that there's been years where we've done this and we've had to figure it out that way, and there's been years where we're just launching them all the time. You know what I mean? And so there's a fine line, as I've always talked about with that. But as I get more comfortable and I understand exactly what he expects every time. We had a good talk after this game, and showing, hey, this play, hey, you did this right, but hey, think about. I'm like, oh yeah, okay, and so I'm getting better at it too.
It looks like there's some kind of sorting things out of the offensive line, rotating. Are you cognizant of who's out there, like when you're in the huddle in the game? Does it phase you? Does it impact you at all?
I don't know it during the game, unless the center changes, because that's the snaps are different, right? But the way that we've been doing that at camp too. So you just kind of get used to that. And so for me, I haven't really noticed like, okay, he's in now this, it's not. I haven't noticed it like that. But yeah, I mean, those guys are competing, and whoever they think should be out there, there's going to be out there.
Derek, Josh Jacobs, I guess for lack of a better word, has looked noticeably energetic this year, obviously before games. But then he said even when things weren't going your way in the second half, he was on the sideline trying to cheer people up, make sure people's minds were right. I know you've always talked about your positive mindset. Have you seen that from him as well? Is that something he's always had, or has it kind of developed these years?
Yeah, I think he's becoming more vocal. I think he's getting more comfortable with who he is and all those kind of things. And I think those are all positives, He's such a dynamic player, and when he runs, the way that he can run, I tell him all the time. I'll grab him by, there was a time in the game, I grabbed him by his face mask and I said, "That's how you freaking run." It's exciting, man. It gets everybody going. There was a couple of times where he's making 2-3 guys miss, turning boom, and then going and boom, low on his shoulder, that kind of stuff it's good for everybody. And then when he comes to the sideline, of course you're going to listen to that guy, because he's giving his heart out there. And so I've been very proud of him. He's come a long way, from when he first got here. He's so young, and to where he's at now. I'm very proud of Josh.
Remember when that game was?
I did this last game.
Okay, last game.
Oh, I did, yeah. He's been doing it, but I remember this past game, I grabbed him and I was just like, bro, that's freaking it, because that'll help everybody else, for sure.
A lot of times the first practice after a loss like you guys had Sunday tends to be a little bit more intense, maybe a little bit more physical. Is that what you saw out there today? Yeah,
I mean, we had to bring it, and when it's not to a certain standard, Coach Josh will just tell us, like, hey, let's go, And so, I promise you, being around him now, I don't know the exact months, but there hasn't been a day that's gone by where he misses, one detail. You know what I mean? And from whether it's a step or eyes or this or physicality or, and it's impressive. I told him today, I was like, thank you. I did. I told him thank you because I was like, when he just pushes us and calls everything out, we can only get better, or you either get better or you just, I don't want to do it. And then you don't end up lasting in the league. You see it year after year. But, when you have someone that cares about you that much to tell you every time, to correct you and keep you in line, myself included, it's so nice. When he corrects me, I'm like, thank you, because he's always trying to push me in one direction, and that's just to be better.
All right, let's take question for free.
Yeah, yes.
Aaron Judge,
man. Oh, I love him. I told him about maybe 7 home runs ago. I was like, man, just congratulations. I sent him a message just how happy I was and how proud of him I was, I mean, that's historic, especially with the Yankees, but It's not tampering for me, so hopefully he ends up a Dodger. So we'll see.
Oh my God, he did not just say that.
Yeah, he's gonna need a bank here soon.
Wow. Did he really just say that? Like, did that really just happen? No comment. Go Mets. Let's go Mets. Let's fucking go Mets. Yeah. We also have Davante. Let me fix this shit real quick. I'm all over the place because I just finished dinner. All that fun stuff. Let's get to it. Actually, hold on. We're here. Davante is like 7 minutes. And then, again, we have the Q&A. I'm going to answer you guys' questions that you guys asked throughout this week. Appreciate everybody that's pulling on up right now. Break them thumbs, hit them subs, smash the bell if you haven't already. If you're on the outside looking in, if you're on Facebook, if you're on Twitch, if you're on Twitter, come to YouTube, hit that subscribe button. That's the only way you could be involved in the chat. Davante Adams is up, y'all.
The second part is more it's any way you lose, obviously there's different ways that, if you're getting blown out, it's, I guess, a little different sense of urgency, but a loss is a loss at this point. We gotta figure it out, and the urgency is definitely there right now. And there's a lot that went into why we didn't win that football game this past week, but at the end of the day, a loss is a loss. So we gotta be on our stuff and get ready to go out there and get a win now.
I know it doesn't work this way, but second half against the Chargers, first half against the Cardinals, you guys are up like 31-6 or 31-7. Mm-hmm. So you can put together 4 quarters of good football. There's no question about that. But doing it, in one game, what becomes a tricky.
Yeah, it's what we did in those games is play 2 and 2. So we haven't played 4 yet. If you want to put those together, but that's not how a football game works. So you just got to lock in and demand it from yourself. Every player, you got to learn how to put the foot on the gas and for lack of better words, break their necks. When you got them in a corner like that. And that's the way that I've learned to play the game, and that's the way that I hope that this team will play the game. And part of it is just keeping that mindset, never getting comfortable, just thinking 0-0, especially at half. You go in there, I know this game we come in and we're up at half. It's going to be a little different of a feeling, and I like to think everybody kind of had that feeling this past week, but obviously we didn't really represent it the way we went out there and played in the second half. So you got to have it in your mind and then go out there and follow up with the way you play.
See, every game requires all 53 guys. We know that, but in a situation like this, kind of bounce back from that game, is it kind of incumbent on the big name star players to step up and take it under their power?
No. It's on everybody. It's like you said. It's not going to be on Davante Adams to go and save the season or save the game or whatever. It's not going to be on Derek Carr. It's not going to be on. It's on everybody. Everybody got a role. The game could be won or lost. Special teams, one play at the end of the day. So it's on everybody to think that it's your job to do your job, and if you do, and everybody has that mindset. You may call me crazy, but I think that if any team, no matter what team it is in this league, if everybody has it on their mind that their job on every given play, they got to give their all, whether they're play amazing or whatever. If you play as hard as you can on any given play, I think any team in the league will win the game against whoever. If every single person buys into that way. So, especially if you have a lot of talent and you have a really good team on paper like what we do. If everybody buys in and they got the right mindset on every play, and you're thinking about as one play seasons every single time you get out there, which is not easy to do, but that's what separates teams in this league is how disciplined can you be and how many plays can you make over and over and not get tired of doing the right thing, time after time. And that's what we're working towards.
So to piggyback off that, when you look at Titans' last game, is it safe to say that they'll be just as dangerous at 0-2 and they may not be as indicative as what we saw?
Maybe. But you gotta. Just because I'm talking about it right now, don't mean that's what we're gonna do.
James, we'll talk about it after the presser.
Can get up there and talk to those boys and tell them it's a must-win situation, or say exactly what I'm saying. But it's on the players to get out there and play. You got to do it, and you got to have that discipline to, channel that energy in the moment, and that's what it really comes down to. It's not about what the coach talks about or what the players get in a group. You want to have a damn meeting on the sideline. None of that matters. It's about what you do. It's about how you play, not about who you are.
to know you as a player. How do you take losses, as far as, especially in games where you probably aren't as productive as you would like to be? Like, you type that maybe gets upset or take some time to think about it, then maybe give Derek Carr or coach or something like that. How do you?
Yeah, I'm more of a, especially after a game like that, where, it's just all different types of levels of frustration. Obviously, the part of me not being able to produce the way I expect, obviously that's frustrating. But it's not even, for me, it's not just that. It's the bigger picture. If Darren goes out there and has a monster game, or Hunter, they have a monster game, or, the run game is working, and it's one of those games where we just pounding it, like, it is what it is. I'm not expecting it's going to be like that for me every game. So, if I go out and have 20 yards or 50 yards, whatever, that's not even what it's about. It's about the way that the offense looks. And if I can't be a factor in the game, and it does look bad, that's when I have frustration about my, productivity. It's not about wanting to be all pro. I hold myself to that type of standard because it helps the team ultimately. So that's what's on my mind. Is obviously I want to go out and have a 200-yard game every single game I go out there. That's on my mind, but it's not realistic that it's going to be that way. So I just try to keep it in my mind so I can at least hold up my end of the bargain.
We have time for one more guys.
Monty, you and Derek obviously have a long history in the chemistry that you together, but you hadn't been teammates since 2013 Fresno. What do you see from him in terms of his comfort level in this scheme, in this offense right now? Only 2 games, small sample size.
Yeah, no, definitely a small sample size, and there's so many things that goes into playing quarterback, man. It's tough because obviously, and this is just the way we are as a team. We're gonna be hard on each other. If he's not comfortable back there, first, second play of the game, he's getting hit. Obviously, that's something that we all got to work on because that helps Derek be able to do his job and be comfortable back there. Same thing, he's not going to be that comfortable throwing the ball if the wide receivers are dropping the ball every single play or, whatever it is, if it's not great calls. At the end of the day, we all got to work together to help, and, that's the toughest position on the field to play. So I'm damn sure going to do the best of my abilities to try to help him and make his job as easy as possible. And, the same with, the guys up front, the more that they can, stabilize the pass rush or whatever and all that good stuff, that'll allow him to be more comfortable. But as far as the scheme, I think he's really comfortable with that. It's just a part of, it's early in the season, which is, some of the stuff that you'll see early that hopefully you won't see later on in the season. So as we get going and get warmed up more, and then, like I said, everybody doing their job to make sure he stays clean and, has a clear mind to be able to sit back there and deliver.
Thank you, everyone. Thanks.
Yep.
All right, so there you have it. The presser, the weekly presser, Davante Adams, Derek Carr. I'm telling you, Davante is a great fucking leader. He had some great fucking things to say, and it's not just about him. He made that perfectly clear. Before I go any further, shout out to Pierre Johnson. Welcome to the vault. Welcome to Hammers.House. Thank you for becoming a new subscriber. We did hit 3,900 yesterday. I thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. We had a great live yesterday. We brought back Talk That Shit Tuesday. And we had a great turnout. I appreciate everybody that came on. Very respectful. We kept it limited, and everybody got on. They got off. It was great. Thank you guys so much for that. We are, 95 away from 4K. You know what the ultimate goal by the end of the season is. I'll feel better when I'm at 5K. I'll feel great when we're at 10K come season's end. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Appreciate y'all. Real talk. So, I think he's still in here. James Brannon, I think that's who it was. He asked how I felt about the trade. So for those that don't know, yes, the New England Patriots have traded offensive tackle Justin Herron, however you want to pronounce it, to the Raiders. Again, I said it a while back. Going into the first few weeks that the offensive line wasn't doing what was expected. There was going to be some type of trade. I talked about Jawan Taylor, the tackle from the Jacksonville Jaguars, as he's in the final year of his contract. He was not going to get an extension as the Jags were over the cap. Herron has the familiarity with the offense. He's a top swing tackle for us at this point. He's most likely going to be the starter at this point in time. He played under McDaniels and Brasillo. He started 10 games. He's been in the league since 2020. 6'5", 305 pounds, 6th-round pick. Look, it's something we needed, y'all, and we're going to have him for the next 2 years. So I'm fine with it right now. I'm perfectly fine with it. Rob, you're an asshole, bro. You're a fucking prick. Oh, my God. You're such an asshole. Man, I just subscribed and haven't gotten any love yet. Just Matt York, It didn't go. The alert didn't go off. Thank you. Matt York, look, you're front and center now. Thank you for becoming a new subscriber. Welcome to the vault. Welcome to Hammers.House. Tell a friend and tell a friend and tell a friend, man. Appreciate you. Thank you. In regards to this trade, look, it's a swap of picks. I still have not seen exactly what the picks were. Oh, never mind. It's a 2024 sixth round for a 2024. Hold on. The Patriots will receive a 2024 sixth round from us. Herron and a 2024 seventh round come to us. It's not bad. Again, we got him for 2 years. Appreciate you. We get him for 2 years. Again, at this point, he's the top swing tackle that we have. So he's most likely going to start this weekend. I hope they send him to Tennessee now. Just joking. We do have the matchup. I'm going to try to do the preview. I'll probably do the matchup preview tomorrow. But like I said before, I do want to answer your guys' questions, as you guys did have a lot of questions in the community chat, and I appreciate each and every single one of you. I'm sorry, I'm tripping over my words because I'm very, very tired right now. Valerie, appreciate you. For those that don't know, Monday through Friday, I'm probably going to have to wear these. Now I'm in front of a computer on a daily basis, and I don't want to strain my eyes with contacts, so you're going to get this funny looking, I don't know, this nerd. I guess that's the best way to put it. But let me start answering these questions that we have. These were in the community chat on YouTube. First one is my son. Prez, shout out to you. Keep grinding, and if you haven't already, if you're on IG, please follow Raider Resistance. He's killing the game right now. Should Malcolm Kuntz get his reps in next game on defense? I ultimately agree. I think so. I think these guys really all need to get it together. And collectively, we need to have a rotation on that D-line. Jonathan Taylor, JT, what's good? I think that we need a rotation. We got to keep these guys fresh. We saw what happened last week. Dudes were out on the field for over 40 minutes on defense. That shit is scary. That shit should not be. But we're in week 3, so I'm going to try to get over that shit and move forward to the 0-2 team that we're facing in Tennessee, who just got their asses handed to them 41-7 by the Buffalo Bills. Something we saw coming. I think everybody saw that coming. Pause. Bills have a solid defense. I've stated this before. They have a phenomenal front seven. Obviously, their offense is pretty goddamn good too, but I give their defense credit. I kind of went on a rant not too long ago in regards to where we went wrong in regards to Clee and why the hell we didn't go and grab Ed Oliver, the D tackle, from in the 2019 draft. Like, he got picked 21st, and he's been a stud. Granted, he didn't play this past Monday night, but dude has been on a tear. So yeah, on 6, if you had to party all the time with what player, who would it be? I don't know, honestly. I take that back. Not a current player. Charles Woodson, man. Such a chill dude. We had such a great time in Vegas. Meeting him was dope. He's a chill guy that I would definitely party all the time with, most definitely. Shout out to John Cena. On a scale from 1 to 10, how worried should Raider fans be? Say a 5 right now. Again, it's not time to press the panic button. We are going against another team that people had favored with a winning record, and they're 0-2 right now. I think right now we get through these 60 minutes on Sunday, and we'll ultimately have an idea of what to expect the rest of the way. Again, for all these guys, it's a new system. It's a new coaching staff. Everything is new. For these players, this is a new team for a lot of them as well. People were going on and on and on about Chandler Jones the other day. Leave it alone. Again, I said it. He wasn't really there throughout training camp. He didn't play in the preseason. Dude had an undisclosed injury that even I still don't know about. He's got to knock the rust off, and he's got to do his thing this coming week. That's it. I realistically believe he did do his job on Sunday containing, but the people want more out of him. And even the writers are starting with this shit now. I think this will be the week where he bounces back and he will be fine. D Menace, shout out to you. Do you think McDaniels is holding Carr back and Carr doesn't have the balls to speak up and tell McDaniels they need to tweak the scheme to fit more his play style? I stated this yesterday. This scheme and this play style that McDaniels has is actually fitting for Carr, but everybody has to adjust. It's a different language. It's a totally different playbook. They just have to adjust. And look, we go into a game like this. We're both 0-2. I think a lot of the teams that we have coming up over the next couple of weeks, a lot of them with losing records. A lot of AFC South teams that are all like down at the bottom of the barrel right now. We really need to take it one game at a time, but we also got to punch these guys in the mouth. That was it. Matt York, salute to you, and I appreciate you for being on my side with this because I stated it over and over and over again from Monday to yesterday, and I got to the point where I was ready to put something through one of these 3 screens because people continued to just talk a whole bunch of shit about it. And I'm over it. And I'm glad that you saw exactly what I saw. Appreciate you. So those are the questions that we have there. I got to see if there were any in the Twitter sphere. But those are the questions that you guys asked on the YouTube community chat. Let me just double check on Twitter real quickly. And again, I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. We're not going to be on too long tonight because I would like to try to get myself some rest. I'm getting old. Yeah, I said it. Actually, my Twitter doesn't want to cooperate with me right now for whatever reason. Yeah, my Twitter. So if anybody's on their phones right now and look at my Twitter, it's pretty much directing everybody here. So I can't really do anything about my Twitter account at the moment, and I apologize for that. Let me see if I'm missing anybody. Not how you start, but how you finish. Last 2 years, we started hot and struggled at the end. Hey, last year we started off hot. We had a whole bunch of bullshit that happened. And fuck your adversity. We made it to the playoffs. We made it to the wild card. Unfortunately, we lost in the first round to the Bengals. And they're having that Super Bowl hangover, even though they didn't even win the whole fucking thing. So, look, it is what it is, man. GA, see you soon. Blackout Nashville. Guys, I'm so sorry I'm not going to be able to be there. I really wish I could be. I'll be there in spirit, but I'm definitely disappointed I'm not going to be able to be there with you guys. We have to start learning and winning at the same time. There you go. That's exactly what he said. Burrow deleted social media from his phone. Yeah, of course he did. Fucking Macaulay Culkin can't take jokes. He's all up in his feelings. Look, I love everything that they had to say. Again, this trade, Joseph Soto was good. Salute. Again, this trade for Justin Herron, I'm happy with. I'm content with. Let's see what he can do. Again, a guy that's familiar with the system. Apparently, he seems to be the guy that they think could be the answer at the right tackle position right now. I think he's going to be fine. Look, he already has 5 tackles in the first 2 games. You know how many Unique had for us last season in total? 15. I'm channeling my inner Aaron Rodgers for this, and y'all are going to stop asking me questions about Chandler Jones moving forward. RELAX. Relax. Like I said, there's a lot of other teams and teams that we have on our schedule right now at this point that are 0-2. Turn on your call-in. All right. Is this what we're doing right now? Is this what y'all want to do? This is what y'all want to do. We'll do it. I'm on, like I said, I'm not staying on very long. That has to be the 574, so I'm going to call it back right now. Yo, you're in the vault. Who's this?
What's up?
Who's this?
What's up, Hammer? This is Raider Rick.
Raider Rick! What up, bro?
Hey, I had to call in. On Monday, I posted on Twitter because I rewatched the game. I was at work during the game, so I only got to see bits and pieces of it.
Right.
Chandler Jones clearly was setting the edge and keeping Kyler Murray from getting outside on his side.
Thank you!
That was clearly the game plan for him.
Right. As it should have been. For a mobile quarterback, that's what you're supposed to be doing.
Yes, 100%. And then also, of course, the Carr haters jump out all the time anyway.
Yep.
And I'm like middle of the road. If Carr is a shitty game, I'll say it. If he's unfairly getting chastised, I'll say that too.
Right.
And people are jonesing on him, and it come to find out that pass that was almost intercepted when he was going to Davante.
Yeah,
Davante was supposed to sit on that route, and Davante missed the signal.
And the dude almost dove and had the interception. I know exactly. I remember what play you're talking about. That was insane.
Right. And then you get, and I don't like to, cause I love all you guys, all the content creators. You guys give me all kinds of shit to listen to and whatever. But there's one particular, I won't mention any names, one particular content creator that waltzes on TV with his car jersey, but is Johnny on the spot to, I just saw a tweet from this person today. Time to move on from Carr and all this. But yeah, he'll wear that number 4 on the thing. So, I mean, I don't like the hypocrisy. But anyway, great show. Glad to be a part of your family, and have a good one.
Appreciate you, bro. Be safe. We'll be talking soon.
Yep.
Later. That was Raider Rick. Definitely appreciate him calling in. Look, we've had this conversation, especially when it comes to the way that I say things on my show, and I have no problem calling people out. I have no problems calling players out when they're fucking up. But when you do good, I'm gonna give you credit where credit's due. I've told you guys when Carr's had a bad game. I've told you when Amik Robertson has had a bad game. Look, I ranted and raving over Amik over this past Sunday's game. He did a phenomenal job. He had an interception. He did his thing. Like, I'm never going to be biased. I'm never going to favor one person over another. Like, I'm going to call it straight down from what I see. And if you like it, cool. If not, I don't know what to tell you. Like, I'm always going to be 1,000% real about what I see and how I feel about shit. So don't ever look at me to be one to shy away from any type of shit. I just stay out of the crosshairs, because I know when I speak the truth, and I have nothing to worry about. I don't have to worry about any type of fucking backlash. CJ Stroud will look good throwing to... oh my God. Seriously? Y'all are crazy right now. Zeus you got a small sample of Zeus, and look, with Zeus the other day, the few times that he did actually get the ball, there were penalties. You had illegal formation, you had hold penalties, and yeah, you didn't get any yards, man. So, like, some of you guys really need to just chill out. Let's get through week 3. Like I said, tomorrow I'm probably going to do the preview, the matchup preview. I had an issue, and I don't know why this is. I do have NFL Plus. I did want to try to break down game film and at least see some glimpses of the offense and defense of Tennessee and what we have to look forward to this coming Sunday. For some strange-ass reason, NFL Plus, at least when I'm on my computer, like from last night into today, it's not letting me see any games. It's like, oh, well, you need to sign up. No, I don't. It's already paid for. What are y'all saying? Whenever we get that shit fixed, I will go back to showing little clips here and there. Daniel Kim, appreciate you, bro. Much love to you. It's cliche, but doing your job goes a long way. So there was a dude that I played. Dude had the opportunity to meet. I didn't get to play ball with him. He was actually in the show. Guy, I don't know if you guys are too familiar with baseball like that or this specific player, but Brandon Phillips. One piece of information he gave to me in spring training, and this was years and years and years and years and years ago, was do your job so nobody has the opportunity to take your crown. That shit has stayed with me ever since. Everything I've ever done in life, it's always go hard or go home. I always give 1,000% at all times. You got people that love that. You got other people that look at it and just hate on it for whatever reason. Like, this right here, I'm going to do my job. I'm going to give you guys the best content all the fucking time. Without you, there is no Hammers House. There is no content. So, yeah, like, for this team as a whole, same thing. All 53 guys on this team, you got to do your job. You have to do your job. Like, look, again, it was said perfectly. Do your job so nobody has the opportunity to take your crown, right? Illuminor's not doing his job. 2 weeks in, we're 0-2. Look, we just brought somebody in. He just took your job. Am I wrong? Davante didn't come here for these type of presses, dude. Look, Graham, he's being 1,000% real about everything right now. If you were in this situation, you'd be just as pissed. This is not what you signed up for, is it? No. This is not what the nation signed up for. Realistically, right now, we should be a 2-0 team. We lost by 5 points. We had opportunities to capitalize in that game against the Chargers. We had a 20-0 lead at halftime over the Arizona Cardinals, who just got thumped the week before by the Kansas City Chiefs. We should have kept our foot on their fucking throats until the clock struck 0 in the fourth quarter. We took our foot off, and look at what happened. You already have writers that are out there like, yo, there's 1,000 different ways to lose, and it looks like the Raiders are going to try to find new ways to lose this season. Like, fuck you. Fuck you. Look, win, lose, or tie, I'm going to be here, man. And I'm going to continue to support this team. That's it. Like, I already have people around. Like, when I was on the shore watching the game with the Jersey Shore Raider Booster Club, and shout out to them. Look, when that last play of the game happened, you could literally hear a pin drop in that bar, man. Like, it was the saddest shit I've ever seen. I kept my shit together because it's probably going to be the spot that I'm at on a weekly basis. So I said my goodbyes to the few people, and I walked out. But I told y'all, I stayed off of social media. I stayed off the phone. I was not entertaining anything. You know how people are, especially people that are in areas of, like, these teams in our division and shit. Like, fucking brutal. But again, we will bounce back. We've overcome adversity time and time again. I've said it. I said it from last year with everything we overcame. This right here is adversity. You know what I say to that? Fuck your adversity. We're going to bounce back and we're going to be perfectly fine. That's it. Let's just fucking look forward to this coming weekend. This matchup against the Tennessee Titans. We gotta fucking stop Derek Henry at all costs. Tannehill, I'm not overly concerned about. There's a good chance that Tannehill, if he keeps doing what he's doing right now, he's probably not going to be the starting quarterback for the Tennessee Titans much longer. Poor Renfro, I feel bad for his luck this season so far. Matt, I haven't heard anything else since, man. I haven't heard anything else since Monday with him getting checked for the concussion, and that was it. Give me 1 second. I'm going to double check for you guys real quickly. You just made me, because today is really like the first day back at practice for any of these guys. So let me check something real quickly, see if it'll actually pop up for me. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, we do have an injury report, and I'm glad that I was able to get this right now. So, here's the updated after today's practice. Again, this is our first day back for week 3. Brandon Bolden, they're full of shit. They're saying he's limited. He tore his hamstring. He's not coming back this year. Jermaine Illuminor, limited with the hip. Neil Farrell Jr., shoulder, limited. Andre James did not participate with the concussion still. Chandler Jones, rest, did not participate. Merrick, hip, did not participate. Bilal Nichols did not participate with the shoulder. Denzel Perryman, ankle, did not participate. Hunter Renfrow, concussion, did not participate. So there you go for us. I could really care less right now about the, well, you know what? I'll fucking speak it anyways. Defensive back Ugo Amadi, ankle. He did not participate for the Titans. Bud Dupree, outside linebacker, hip, did not participate. Jamarco Jones, triceps. Offensive lineman, did not participate. Tackle Taylor Lewan, knee, did not participate. They got a lot of offensive linemen that are on this list right now. And then the whole bunch of other guys that were limited. So it is what it is at this point. Just a concussion. Yeah, we haven't heard anything worse. So I'm good with that. Ruthless, stop. Ruthless, stop. He's made it this far. He's been in the league for a few years now. Obviously, he deserved to be here for a reason. Leave that alone. Leave that alone. I see a lot of people flooding in here right now, and I appreciate y'all, man. And again, if you guys, we're on Facebook right now. We're on Twitch. We're on YouTube. If you're on any of these platforms right now, and you're wondering why you're not part of the chat, it's because you're not subscribed to the channel. That doesn't cost you a thing. Hit that subscribe button. I'm sorry. You guys want to support me and support the channel? The membership link is pinned to the top. And so is the merch. A lot of new stuff. Guys definitely want to check that out. Let me make sure I'm not missing anything. I'm going to be pissed off if I can't watch the game on. Yeah, see, this is... I'm not understanding what the deal with them is. And funny enough, apparently DirecTV is having a shitload of problem as well. And look, they're not going to be with DirecTV much longer anyway. So hopefully, like, Google, YouTube gets a hold of them. Anybody else, I'm really going to not be too thrilled. But I'm hoping that they get it. Apple, I'll lose my shit. Because the only Apple product I have is my MacBook. Ladies and gentlemen, the resident masshole, the birthday boy yesterday, Beantown Breakdown, salute. Trade Renfro Hollins is better. Look, Hollins did his thing, and I had nothing but great things to say about Hollins from the time we brought him in. And people were questioning him, and how is he making this 53-man roster? Special teams ability, he's a dog. Red zone goal line situations, he's a solid receiver, y'all. He's got a legit wide receiver body type that we had a guy like that but couldn't do the same shit, and that's Bryan Edwards. Like, Hollins is actually doing his thing for us, and he did a solid job for us. I did give him credit for his game this past Sunday, even though we did lose. Hunter Renfro is the toughest guy in the NFL. Look at his history from high school now. GA, you're right. You're absolutely right. But people want to start with this shit. Like, stop, man. We're 2 weeks in. Stop. Please stop. What time is it? It's almost 8 o'clock. We've been on for almost 45 minutes. Receiver Cole needs to have a solid game week 3. We'll see. Walk on to NFL team aren't born on trees, man. Look, I had a tryout with Tampa when I was a lot younger and a hell of a lot smaller. I didn't make it. And? Hollis pregame hilarious. Dude walks out to the field barefoot. Ain't nothing wrong with that. There used to be kickers back in the day that used to kick barefoot. I don't know if you guys ever saw that before, but there were kickers that used to kick with like one cleat on, and then their kicking was no shoe. They were barefoot. Shit was kind of interesting. It's not how we started, it's how we end. Russ, talk that shit. I'm not sure if you're new to the channel, but welcome. And that's a fucking valid point, dude. Very valid point. We're 0-2. If we were 2-0 and Chargers were 0-2, y'all would be saying this season is over. Lakers World, first time viewer, loving the channel so far. Appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome to the vault. Welcome to Hammers House. Appreciate you. Spread the word, bro. Again, we're a little under 100 away from 4K. That's a milestone. Again, 5,000 will be better. 10,000 will be great. I'm going to keep on keeping on and putting on the best shows for you guys moving forward. After yesterday, I do think we're probably going to bring back the fan shows twice a week. As long as you guys can adhere to the rules, we should have no problems with it moving forward. But also be able to hold a conversation and have relevant things to talk about Raider related when we have these debates and these topics of discussion. I want to interact more and more with you guys. We did this last year and it was a huge success, but at the same time, it started to fall off because it became unorganized chaos. People were talking over one another. I couldn't get my point across on my own channel. I'm going to give you guys time, and then, hey, I got to go. I'm going to let somebody else come on. Tyrone Davis, welcome to the vault. Welcome to Hammers.House. Thank you for becoming a new subscriber. Appreciate you. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Jake, the Snake Silva, a.k.a. the Snake Sports Talk Show. What up, brother? I'm telling you right now, people need to stop throwing shade at Derek Carr. I swear him and Carson Wentz never get any love. That's a fucking fact. But Carson Wentz got his ass handed to him the other day by Detroit. Just saying. I'm going to give Carr until week 5 to turn this thing around. Okay. Tennessee is a must. Look, I said this before. I don't know how long ago you came in, but a lot of these next couple of games, within like the next, I think it's like the next 7 games or so, a lot of the games are against AFC South teams that are all winless right now. We do have 2 games in our division. We have to win these games, man. If we can come out at 5-4, 6-3 after 9 games, then we'll be just fine. Anything below 500 or far below 500, then we're going to have to fucking pray and pray a whole lot. NorCal, appreciate you. By the way, Hammer, you've seen that stat that teams that start have it. Yeah, including a Patriots team that McDaniels was the offensive coordinator with. Or for, rather. So, yeah, I know. This is what people do. This is what people do. I like that even better. If we could go on a tear like that, then people would shut the fuck up and start fearing us a hell of a lot more. I'm here for it. I'm here for that, most definitely. Okay, so we talked about the trade. Not a bad trade. Honestly, at this point, he's being noted as the best swing tackle that we have. He's most likely going to start this coming Sunday. He already has the familiarity with McDaniels and Brasillo. We'll see what happens. That's it. That's all I'm going to say right now. We'll see what happens. Would you like to see more? Yes, I would. I absolutely would. I think a lot of us would. Titans and Broncos should be winning. You're absolutely right. And I might have a special guest on next week. Shout out to Juan Manuel. I think that I'm probably going to have a guest on that is a Bronco fan next week, and we will probably do a matchup preview together. So we shall see. Number 1, 2, 3. That's my favorite name, man. That shit is dope. 1, 2, 3. Broncos will lose. Who's the Broncos playing on Sunday? San Francisco, right? Jimmy G is back for them? Yeah, I think Broncos are losing that game. And you know what? I don't have it. I don't have it to show right now, but the Eliminator, look, we started with only 11. I don't know why everybody didn't get in on this one. We started with 11 in the Eliminator that I put together on ESPN, and we're already down to 3. And I'm one of the 3, which it is what it is. The Pigskin Pick'em, I think you guys are still able to join that one. And look, that league, again, the first 2 weeks have been total batshit with everything that's transpired. I didn't see me ending up where I'm at right now with that. I wish I could. Here it is. Fantasy Pigskin Pick'em. I'm going to go through this list real quickly. Right now, I'm in 9th place. I'm going to go through it real quickly. We got a 3-way tie at the top with Desert Raider, SC Experience, and JR 2306. They're at 19 and 12. You have a tie for second place. Technically second place. Clip and Wing, Sean Johnson, Memopolis are tied at 17 and 14. Then you have 2 in 3rd place with Drop 89 and Ricky at 16 and 15. Raider Nation, 124.87, 15 and 14. I'm at 15 and 15. And then it goes, I'm at 500, go figure. And then it just goes down and down and down after that. It says we have about 28 in there. 29 actually. If you guys want to join it, I'll even put the link in the chat right now for you guys. Anybody can join this. If you finish in first place, I'll probably give away some type of prize. But there's the link for it. It's a Fantasy Pro Pick'em, so you pick every single game on a week-by-week basis. If you guys are interested in that, go for it. Herron has good footwork, but his weakness is having to set the edge on his own on running plays. He was a decent depth piece for us. There you go. Somebody that's a Patriot fan that's able to talk that shit. Chargers play Jaguars. Herbert bit banged up. Bit? He's got fractured ribs, bro. I don't think he's playing. Cool Kev, salute, bro. Josh Cronin, appreciate you. If you're new to the channel, definitely appreciate you. Jonathan, hit them likes. Whoever hasn't hit that button yet. Jonathan, appreciate you. I wanted DDT McDaniels from the top rope. Raider Roman, dude, you got to acknowledge me first. You in the tribal chiefs vault right now. Look at the belts, bro. Acknowledge me. I'm 10-6. A lot of Raider fans wanted McDaniels. Yeah, of course they did, because everybody wants to jump the gun. We know how that shit goes, man. We know how that shit goes. Alfredo, are you in here on this? Yes, you are. Alfredo is 10-6. Dan Rader's 10-6. Yeah, this shit is, man, again, the first 2 weeks have been a fucking nightmare. Yo, my son is 40 away from 500 on YouTube. Please hit that subscribe button for my son. Please, please. Appreciate you, son. Love you, son. McDaniel's cool. He doesn't know how to coach. Oh, my God. This is, I'm telling you, this is one of those couch GMs. Farrell 99 has improved. Only took him 3. Yo, he was a guy that I was surprised to see him in as much as he was, but I felt like when they had him out there, and then you had Max standing up on the edge. I'm like, yo, they're going NASCAR package now, and I'm here for it. I was like, holy fuck, this is really happening. But all right, it's already a little after 8 o'clock, man. It's past my bedtime, unfortunately. I had a really long day today. It was a lot of work that had to be done, but I had to still come on for you guys. I will be live tomorrow. We will do our matchup preview tomorrow, God willing. If NFL Plus actually works for me tomorrow, I'll try to show some highlights. If not, whatever. We'll talk about the matchup. We'll talk about where these two teams stack amongst one another. And, of course, interact with you guys, answer your questions, all that fun stuff. And Friday, we got another one in here. It's me, Mario. Welcome to the vault. Welcome to Hammers.House. Thank you for becoming a new subscriber. I'm going to check this before we leave, just because we've had a lot of new people pull up today, and I definitely appreciate it. The rest of the Raider Nation in here will tell you guys are in store for some great content. If you haven't already, shout out to my son Prez once again. We did put out week 2 hard hits, Hammers hard hits of week 2. Definitely check it out, y'all. Great 5-minute compilation of the hardest hits of the week. I really hope you guys take a look at that, and definitely on your way out, if you haven't already, break them thumbs. For the new people, that means hit the like button. Break them thumbs, hit them subs, smash the bell for all your Raiders content. We are at 3919, so that puts us at 81 away from 4K. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. But I'm definitely gonna head out, man. I appreciate you. Hey, thanks for the love. Got a new follower in me, bro. Matt York. Definitely appreciate you. Thank you. I'm gonna head out and try to get myself a little situated, try to get myself some rest. We will be back tomorrow. If any news breaks during the day, I'll try my best. I know I freaking got in the car and Prez let me know about the trade, and I did a quick video. Like, I'm going to try to do that if I can. If not, you're going to have to wait for me to come on in the evening and we talk Raiders news and everything else. But yeah, for now, we are out. There's a lot of new people in here. Raider Two-Face, what up? There's a lot of new people in here that haven't seen this. So I'm going to close out and then give you guys that fire intro that the nation is used to now and loves so much. But everybody in here, please continue to stay safe. Most importantly, be kind to one another. COVID and monkeypox is around. Remember to wash your hands and your asses. And as always, win, lose, or tie, Raider Nation till I die. Till tomorrow, y'all. Love you. Uh-oh. This don't want to work now. Yes, it does.
Encouraged to shelter in place to avoid being attacked or taken hostage. To shelter in place, take the following precautions. Close all windows and doors, and all lights.
And it's going to be sacked.